welcome back. Another Tuesday morning Flow 2. It's your boy Ripple Randy. Super psyched to be with you today. We've got a lot of fun we're going to drop into here in a few minutes, but we'll let some other folks drop in here. I recently taught a class. I did through another studio a fit offering, and I got some great feedback. One of the things that I've been missing in this time of pandemic where we've been staying away from each other is feedback from fellow instructors or those students. Also, it's a little different format. We're not always connecting one-on-one, and kind of the texting 180 character format isn't necessarily the best place, not to mention the fact that you're not always able to read people's intention when they are offering feedback, and I value it. It helps me become a better instructor. So it's great when somebody actually gives you some thoughtful feedback, and there are some rules to the game. You know, you certainly don't want to be only negative. You try and find some positives and sprinkle in some constructive feedback with it. And it occurred to me that one of the most difficult places to receive feedback is like outside of instruction, if we just kind of get into our personal lives, is that you know, we can be pretty fragile. We act emotionally. We sometimes react in ways that don't actually reflect who we are, or maybe we don't even know how we're coming across to others. And so first of all, it's really brave to actually genuinely give someone feedback. So don't always shoot the messenger. Usually when they're doing it for the right reasons, you know, it's difficult because they too know that, you know, they're kind of letting you know that you've got some places where you can grow and improve. And if we were all more open to that in our daily lives, our interpersonal communications, in our interactions, if we were willing to listen and be coached on, you know, just continuing to learn what others perceive are weaknesses of ours or areas where we can continue to grow, there might just be a lot more compassion, a lot more understanding, a lot more. It's okay that you're not perfect. I'm not perfect. I would never pretend to be so. And it can be really difficult, you know, when somebody starts to kind of give you a little, hey, you know, how come you reacted this way? It didn't feel like it was you. And you know, so it's just making ourselves aware of these emotional reactions that can take place. For today's particular sequence, you know, we've got some balance postures built in. The flow itself, you know, the Sun B portion of class will kind of focus around some balancing postures. So look out for that. And when you're focused on continuing to improve and wanting to keep things simple, in terms of your practice, in terms of your life, you know, with the balance postures, from a physical standpoint, really, you know, the simplicity of it is the grounding down portion of it. Because if you lose sight of that and your mind starts to wander about like, oh my gosh, am I going to fall out of this pose? Then you sort of lose focus. You kind of detach, you know, mentally from what it is that's actually holding you up. And so in your practice today, what I would just encourage you to try is more about trust and confidence in your ability to root down, to ground down, right? To not take yourself too seriously. You're going to see me fall down, I'm sure, and if you fall down, you're going to make me feel better as well. Or maybe you're just going to rock it, and that's fantastic as well. But you know, just remember, your focus in the pose itself is the simple part. It's actually pressing, you know, into the floor beneath. You're up on one leg. You're up out of your hip. Deeper roots here means a more steady, stable trunk and foundation as you grow up the length of your body. So with that being said, how are we on time? It looks like we're ready to start today. So We'll actually start down on your mat, on your back, and I'll join you. So balance poses, oftentimes, you know, it's like Shavasana. Some people will say, you know, you're with a long spine, and you can take a few shimmies, a few shakes here to just simply settle into the posture. Soften your arms next to your sides. And just find your natural breath to begin with. Do balance poses or the thought of them bring you anxiety? And so many times what I'll see with balance postures in classes is that more focus is placed on the upper body about what's happening rather than what's actually connected to the ground. So we'll start to cultivate Ujjayi pranayama in through your nose and out the same way. It's an oceanic sound, so the more noise you make, the more your neighbor can hear you, the more it will help keep you present on your mat in this space for the next 60 minutes. And just like if you fall down from a balanced posture, if your mind wanders from your breath, that's totally fine. Take note of where it wandered, why it went there, but then you can set that aside. Maybe it's something to consider later. Right now you feel totally supported by the earth beneath you, and it's a similar sensation I want you to find when we get into the balanced postures. The ground is there the same way that it is right now. It's ready to do its part. You do have support. But if your mind tells you that you can't do it, then you get distracted from rooting deep into the earth beneath you. You lose focus in what it takes to maintain balance. Good. Start to wiggle your fingers, start to wiggle toes here. Maybe roll wrists and ankles. Maybe a full body stretch, and I like to reach with my heels here. You know, I know the toes too. The front line you'll feel open up, but when you reach with your heels, you'll get a little different action in your pelvis as well. So again, balance out. A little bit of both does the body right, and then settle back to stillness. You'll bring your feet in, stack your knees over your ankles, and reach for your right knee. Hug your right knee up and give it a squeeze, right? Flex your toes. Something else to not lose sight of here is grounding your sacrum down. So as you hug your knee in, your sacrum is working, it's drawing away from you. Good, maybe pull your knee up and around your rib cage. Can you compress your organs a little bit deeper? Almost as if each breath is like strength training for your lungs. Nice. With your next exhale, release your right ankle for figure 4 down on your back, and then we'll activate the stretch here. So don't worry about going too crazy just yet. We're going to build some heat first, but just to stimulate into your hip Take whichever variation allows you to keep your neck and shoulders down and relaxed. Again, your tailbone working away from you, grounding down into the floor beneath. If you want to leverage into your right knee with your right hand, feel free, but keep your toes flexed to protect your right knee. Good, one more breath in. And then exhale, release. Maybe a little bridge. Inhale, lift your hips high just to reset your spine. And then exhale, set it back down on the mat. Second side, hug your left knee into your stomach. So, same thing here. Ground your sits bone down. Send your tailbone away from your shoulders. And maybe you find a little tightness. Maybe one side feels different than the other. In fact, my guess is more than maybe, most likely. How is your breath? Don't forget, we'll open up around your rib cage. See if you can pull your left knee in a little bit more. Deep breaths, nice work. And then we'll take figure 4 on the second side. So bring your left ankle to your right thigh. Honor the variation you took on the other side. So if you want to grab all the way through, thread your left hand underneath your left leg. You can grab the knee, maybe the back of your right thigh. Again, what is grounding down your tailbone, your sacrum, so much so that your low back wants to lift up off the mat. Good, nice job. One more breath in, fill up. And then exhale, release your legs. We'll do one more bridge here to reset. Press your feet down to lift your hips up. Inhale, and then exhale, come on back down. Now hug your knees in and start to rock and roll on the length of your spine. A couple rounds rock and roll here. Notice your breath as it automatically syncs up to your movement. Inhale. You rock back, exhale, sit forward, couple more rounds. Good, and then cross your ankles at the top, plant your palms, and step back. I'm going to pivot to the other side. And find yourself in tabletop pose. Good, take a deep breath in, send your right arm long. Good, and then next inhale breath, send your left leg back. First, square your left hip down. Flex your left toes, pull them towards your face. Soften your left shoulder back. Take a deep breath in, reach a little bit longer. And then exhale, hug it in, elbow to knee, curl chin to chest. 2 more breaths. Inhale, fill up for length. And then exhale, hug it in. Breath in, grow long. Exhale, hug it in, give yourself a squeeze, turn your core on, and then inhale for length. Back to tabletop pose, second side, deep breath in, send your left arm long. And then exhale your right leg straight back. Now take a moment here, keep your right shoulder over your right wrist, your left hip over your left knee. Inhale, grow a little bit longer, and then exhale, hug it in, elbow to knee. Inhale, grow long. Again, hug it in. Last one here, fill up. Good, chin to chest, elbow to knee. For length. And then tabletop pose, good, curl all 10 toes underneath and send your hips back for downward facing dog. So you can adjust your stance here. If you need a little more length in between your hands and your feet, that's okay. But maybe walk your dog out, shift weight side to side, alternate bending your knees. Wherever you are, take tension out of your neck here. Let your head hang heavy. Pull your shoulders away from your ears as if they're still trying to create a shelf for your heart. And then find stillness in downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, send your hips up just a little bit higher, and then use your exhale breath to draw your heels just a little bit closer to the mat. And it's okay if they never touch down. You're no more or less a yogi, whether they're lifted or not. Nice job. We'll stay in your arms. Inhale, ripple yourself forward to high plank. And then exhale, lower down. Chaturanga, arms, elbows hug into your ribs. Good. Push up, inhale, rise up. Good. Let's do 2 more. Exhale, lower down. Breath in for strength. Exhale, surrender in. Nice job. Inhale, lift up. Back to downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, look forward, gaze forward. And then exhale, travel to the top. Ragdoll, forward fold. Bring your hands to opposite elbows. Let your head hang heavy. You've got an option. You can sway from side to side here if that feels good. You can stay static, but bend your knees enough that you can bring your belly button all the way to your thighs. And look for something new with each breath. So deep, honest inhales to fill up, especially into those tight spaces, and then exhale, let it go. You can move into new space. Nice job. 1 more breath in. And then exhale, release your hands down. Heel toe your toes to touch. Inhale, rise all the way up. Mountain pose. Reach your arms towards the sky. Not sure about y'all, but allergies got me a little congested today, so hopefully that's not coming through. Apologies if it is. Nice. Spiral your pinkies inward here. Pull your shoulders down your back. Now hug your lower ribs in. Activate your core. Ground your feet a little bit deeper to stand up a little taller. 1 more breath in. Exhale. Let's take it twisting to the right. Good. Shine your palms big and bright. Spread your fingertips wide. Soften your shoulders down your back and take your gaze where you're trying to go. Right back at your thumb on your right hand. We'll come back through center. Inhale, stand tall. Exhale, standing twist over to the left. This is always my tough side for my neck. Not quite as much range of motion here. Check out the body dynamic sequence. Stay tuned, it's coming. Good, fill up. And exhale, let it go. Through mountain pose, breath in. Good, exhale, forward fold. 3 times, halfway lift. Surrender and fold. 2 more each time, something new. Breath in, use your hands to pull your heart through your shoulders. And then exhale, fold a little bit deeper. Last one here, breath in. Exhale, plant your hands and step back for high plank. Couple of leg lifts to activate your glutes here. Lift your right toes up off the mat. And then you'll pulse from your right hip. Now keep your elbows working inward towards one another. Squeeze in. So much that you feel your shoulders start to spiral down your back for 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Just turning your glutes on second side. Lift your left toes a couple inches off the mat, and then from your hip, keep a straight leg, flexed toes, an active core, conscious breath. 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Set your toes down. Inhale, hinge forward, and then exhale, lower all the way down. We'll take cobra or upward facing dog. Breath in, lift up, and exhale back. Downward facing dog, 3 breaths. Nice job. So strong. Yes, okay. Here we go. Alright, just making sure y'all are with me. I heard some beeps and stuff, and I tend to have technical difficulties, but I think we're good to go here. So we'll flow twice through Sun A. 1 breath to 1 movement here. Good. Inhale, look forward, gaze forward, and then exhale, travel, hop, step, or float to the top. Breath in, halfway lift. Exhale, fold deep. Mountain pose, rise up. Good. Vertical twist to the right. Inhale, return. And then take it over to the left. Breath in, mountain pose. Exhale, dive forward into your fold. Inhale, halfway lift for length. Exhale, chaturanga high to low. Step or float back. You can add on here if you like. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale back, downward facing dog, 3 breaths. The differences may be subtle, but you can find something new with each new breath you take in downward facing dog, but you've got to look for it. Good. Inhale, look to the top. Exhale, travel. Halfway lift for length. Keep your gaze neutral here, and then fold a little bit deeper. Mountain pose, rise up. Vertical twist to the right. Exhale. Inhale, stand tall. Take it twisting to the left. Breath in for length. Forward fold for depth. Inhale, halfway lift. Again, your vinyasa, you choose. If you float back, if you kick up to handstand, land with bent elbows, and meet me back in downward facing dog. Nice work. How's your breath? So moving on, here we go into Sun B. Here's where we get into some balance work. So inhale, look forward, and then exhale, travel to the top. Halfway lift for length. Fold deep. So staff pose, stand tall and bring your left knee into your stomach. So it's up and out of your right hip right now, maybe even through the inner edge of your right foot. Now you can soften the grip with the toes on your right side. Still, again, like mountain pose, hug your ribs in. Keep your arms reaching high. You want 90 degrees in your left knee, your left ankle. Good, and then again, concentrate down into the earth beneath you. It'll bring your hips underneath your heart. It'll lift your heart a little closer to the sky. One more breath in. And then exhale, figure 4 while standing. So we'll add a little later. Keep this in just a simple figure 4 right here. You can slide your left ankle up your right thigh. Sit your hips a little deeper, but lift your heart a little higher. Again, keep your shoulders and hips square. You see me wobble. Hopefully I'm not causing you to do the same. Center of focus, center of drishti. One more breath out. Inhale, staff pose. Stand tall. And then exhale, airplane arm lunge. Big step back. So fire up your triceps here and check your stance. So if you're on a tightrope, take your feet a little bit wider, left to right. Soften the grip on your toes in your right foot and stay strong in your left heel. Now lift your heart a little higher, but keep your gaze neutral. Fire up your triceps. One more breath out. Inhale, crescent lunge. Send your arms high. Nice. How's your breath? Good. Square your left hip forward. Pull your right hip back. Because you're strong, deepen forward into your right front knee. Good. Draw your tailbone underneath you to keep length in your spine. One more for length. And then exhale, vertical twist to the right. So use your right hand to pull your shoulders back over your hips. And then soften your shoulder blades closer together to release tension from your neck. One more breath out. Good. Inhale back through crescent lunge. Breath in. And then exhale, open up. Warrior two. Spiral your back heel, your left heel down. Heel to heel or heel to inner arch alignment for your feet. Reach your arms away from another at shoulder height. And then find some depth in your lunge. Now your right knee. Draw your right knee to the knife's edge of your right foot. That's the outer edge. Your knee drawing open. One more deep breath out. Good. Inhale, reverse warrior. Stay deep in your lunge, but shine your right palm to the back of the room. In your left hand, little to no weight, maybe on your left hip, but you could also reach it behind your back for a little bind. Now scoop your tailbone under. Lift your heart a little bit higher. One more for length. And then exhale, extended side angle. Reach, reach, and then take your left arm long. So your right leg and your right elbow press into one another to help leverage your twist. We'll have a little more time here later. If you want to take a half bind, feel free, but maybe save the full bind until we get back through to our second round. Nice. One more deep breath out. And then inhale, strengthen your core, stand tall for star pose. Open stance with your feet, sit low, horse or goddess pose. Rock it side to side, find some depth. Your knees, they track open here. When they track open, it pulls your hips underneath you. When your hips come underneath you, it'll help you lift your heart a little bit higher. And when you find that posture, you can sit a little deeper. You are strong. Yes, you can. Here we go. Let's do it again. Draw your knees open. Scoop your hips underneath you. Lift your heart up. Sit a little bit deeper. Nice job. Sensation is good. One more time. Hips, knees spiral. Scoop under. Lift your heart higher. Sit a little deeper. Nice. For 3, 2, 1. Inhale, stand tall. Come on up and out. And then exhale, cartwheel down to the back of your space. Chaturanga, high to low. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Nice job. Inhale, look to your hands. Exhale, hop, step, or float to the top. Halfway lift for length, second side, here we go. Fold a little bit deeper. Staff pose, stand tall. Bring your right knee into your stomach. Don't be surprised if you feel an obvious difference from side to side. One side's going to be your better balanced side, so Something to consider is maybe squeeze in an extra set on the weaker side from time to time. Same cues here, 90 degrees in your knee, 90 degrees in your ankle. Good, press your left foot deeper into the floor beneath you to stand up a little taller. Good, hug your ribs in, keep your shoulders over your hips. Nice job, one more breath for length. And then exhale, settle in, figure four, right ankle to left thigh. Now take your right knee and work it to the wall behind you. Now help try and open up your hip. Keep your right toes flexed to help you protect your knee. A little trick here is the deeper you go with your hips, the easier the balance. It's a center of gravity thing, so sit a little deeper. But remember, stay soft in your toes on your left foot. Nice job, yogis. One more breath out. Inhale, stand tall, staff pose, and then exhale, big step back, airplane arm plunge. So it should be one line of energy from the outside edge of your back heel all the way through the crown of your skull. Again, your tailbone still drawing down to pull your heart further forward and lift. Spread your fingertips wide. And then let's deepen forward into your left knee. Nice work. One more deep breath out. Inhale, crescent lunge. Good. Send your arms up high. Mountain pose in your arms. Keep your shoulders over your wrist, right? Real quick, hug your ribs in here. Activate your core. Stay strong. Can you deepen forward into your left knee without hinging forward at your hips? Stay strong in your right heel. One more breath in, and then vertical twist to the left. How's your breath, yogis? Good, sit a little deeper, stay forward, take one more breath out here. Inhale, crescent lunge, swing your arms forward and up, and then exhale, open up for warrior two. Again, seal your right foot down, the outside edge of your right foot. Spread your arms, your fingertips wide, but even as they get further apart, your shoulder blades soften further, closer together, rather. Scissor your inner leg line together. Squeeze in even though your feet don't move to pull energy and length from the floor beneath you. One more deep breath out. Inhale, reverse warrior. Shine your left palm to the back of the room. Breathe length in your entire left side body. Each inhale, reach just a little bit higher, but each exhale, can you deepen further? One more for length. Exhale, extended side angle, reach. Good. So keep 90 degrees in your left knee. And use your left elbow to leverage to lift your heart. Now, last class we did a little self-adjust on your supine twist. You can do the same thing here. Place your right hand at your low back. And then feel the breath as it flows through you. Can you help guide the twist? Nice job. Find your way back to extended side angle. One more breath out. Inhale, star pose, stand tall. And then exhale, hug everything in, horse or goddess. This time, bring your hands inside your thighs, right? Your thumbs will help leverage your twist here. So inhale, fill up. And then we'll take yourself twisting to the right. Good. Inhale, come on back through center. And then to the other side. Sink, elbow, shoulders, shrug. Nice leverage. See if you can find a little spinal pop. Inhale through center. Couple more rounds again. Side one. Inhale, back up, and then exhale to the back. Good. One last round coming. Inhale for length. See if you can find something new with each round, and then back through center. Breath in. Exhale. Rinse and twist. Inhale, stand tall. Star, and then cartwheel. Maybe you've got a kick in your practice. Up to handstand. Maybe you like the single leg Ekapada variation of your chaturanga. You do you there. You make that vinyasa your own. Meet me back in downward facing dog, and we'll get ourselves ready to flow twice, one breath to one movement. When we get these staff poses right at the top of your mat, see if you can just ride your breath with confidence, the yes you can action, rather than even giving your mind a chance to pitch in with any feedback. Inhale, look to your hands. Exhale, hop, step, or float to the top. Halfway lift. Fold deep. Staff pose, your left knee lifts. Inhale, stand tall. Exhale, figure four. Soften in, and it's okay to wobble. Nice. Staff pose, breath in. Good. Airplane arm lunge. Big, slow, controlled step back. Breath out. Crescent lunge. Inhale. Vertical twist to the right. Back through crescent. Breath in. Exhale, open up. Warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Good. Star pose, shine bright. And then horse or goddess, one time as deep as you have all morning. Good. Inhale, stand tall. Cartwheel down. Exhale, your vinyasa. Inhale up. Exhale back. Breath in, look to your hands. And exhale, hop, step, or float. Halfway lift for length. Fold deep. Staff pose, stand tall, right knee lifts. Exhale, figure four, sit low. Breath in again to staff pose. And then exhale, big step back, airplane arm lunge. Nice. Inhale to crescent. Exhale, vertical twist to the left for length. Breath in. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Reverse warrior, shine bright. Exhale, extended side angle. Star pose, stand tall. Horse or goddess, one time, sit low. Breath in, return. Cartwheel down, high to low. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale back, downward facing dog. 3 rounds, and we'll flow one more time, all the way through. For an added challenge, always the option to close your eyes. Good. Inhale, gaze forward, and exhale, travel forward. Hop, step, or float. Breath in for length, halfway lift. Exhale, fold a little bit deeper. Nice. Staff pose, stand tall. Bring your left knee in. Exhale, figure four, sit low. Inhale, back through staff pose. And then big step back, airplane arm lunge. Nice job. Crescent lunge. Inhale. Standing twist. Take it to the right. Breath in to crescent. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Star pose. Shine bright. Again, as deep as you can. Sit low. Inhale back, star pose. Cartwheel all the way down to the back. Inhale up. Exhale back. Inhale, look to your hands. Exhale, hop, step or float. Halfway lift for length. Fold a little deeper. Staff pose, right knee in. Exhale, figure four, right ankle to left thigh. Breath in, stand tall. Good, big step back with control. Airplane arm lunge. Nice, crescent lunge, inhale. Vertical twist to the left. Breath in, crescent lunge. Exhale, open up for warrior two. Reverse warrior. Shine bright, exhale. Extended side angle. Inhale, star pose. Good, horse or goddess, sit low. Breath in. And then cartwheel down, high to low. Inhale, up. And exhale, back. Downward facing dog. So drop to your knees, maybe a child's pose or take a sip of water. So we're going to stay right there with Sun B. We'll move our way back through, but we'll add on. So we're going to add some more balance work here. We'll take a little more time in that first part of the sequence. Even when you find sensation, your relief is in extension, I promise. The more you ground down, the more that sensation will subside and the stronger your posture will be. Good, find your way back to tabletop and then send him high for downward facing dog. So if you've got a particular variation or variations to these postures, don't mind me, don't mind my sequence. You go ahead and do what you need. You're certainly more than welcome to follow along, but I'd hate to hold you back. Good. Inhale, look forward, gaze forward. Exhale, travel forward to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Staff pose, stand tall. Bring your left knee in, okay, and then exhale, figure four. This time you're going to hold your figure four, and you're going to play around a little bit here. So slide your left ankle up your thigh. Draw your left knee to the wall behind you to open, to tilt your pelvis. Nice, now variations, maybe you grab your left knee, your right foot. You can always leverage into your left knee with your left elbow. Some of you have the full inversion, the balance variation. If you want to release all the way into the fold, that's okay as well. Again, looking for something new with each breath. Soften the grip of the toes on your right foot. Breathe deep into sensation in your left hip. Nice job. One more deep breath out with strength, with confidence. Inhale, stand up to staff pose. And then exhale, take a big step back, airplane arm lunge. Nice. Inhale, crescent lunge. Vertical twist to the right. You'll pause here. Again, we'll inhale, reach, reach, reach forward. And then exhale, plant your left hand down, lift your leg high. Nice job. Reverse half moon or revolved half moon. Stay strong in your back leg. Maybe bring your right hand to your right hip and lift up and out of your right hip. Nice job, yogis. Flex the toes on your left foot. Use your left hand to leverage all the way. Now, if you want a Chapasana variation, reaching right hand to left foot, you can go for that now. How's your breath? One more. Breath in. Good. And then exhale. Big step back, step down. Nice job. Back through crescent lunge. Exhale, open up, warrior two, nice work, good. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. So here's your chance if you want to take the full bind, or you can again repeat extended side angle. So the full bind, strengthen your legs, press your feet into the mat and lower your right shoulder down. Reach your right arm underneath your right leg and look for your left hand. Now if you've got birds of paradise in your practice and want to go there now, feel free. That's stepping your left foot to meet your right. Since balancing is the theme, we might as well go for it here. And even if you don't have the full extended leg expression, that's okay. Just not yet, maybe. You can see I don't either. For 3, 2, 1, gently step down. Meet an extended side angle. And then inhale, stand tall. This time pivot your feet so you glue the outer edges down to the mat. Inhale for length, and then exhale, wide leg, forward fold. Reach for the outside edges of your feet, or maybe your peace fingers and thumb around your big toes. Shift weight forward into the balls of your feet here as you fire up your quads, descend your hips up a little bit higher. Let your head hang heavy. Feel free to leverage into your fold here by grabbing onto whatever you can and pulling yourself deeper into the pose. Good, nice job, yogis. Release your hands underneath your shoulders. With a strong, long spine, inhale, stand tall, star pose. Cartwheel down, maybe a little kick, and then chaturanga, high to low. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale back to downward facing dog. Nice, one more side here. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, hop, step, or float. Halfway lift. Fold deep. Staff pose. Stand tall. Bring your right knee in. And then exhale, figure four, sit low, and hold it here. And remember the variation you took on the other side. See if you can mirror that variation, but it might feel totally different. That's okay. Still send your tailbone away from your shoulders. Try and reach your heart a little bit further forward. Good, square your shoulders and hips. Sit your hips a little deeper. Nice job. For 3, 2, inhale, stand tall with strength. Ground your left foot down. Exhale, big step back. Nice, crescent lunge, inhale. And then exhale, vertical twist to the left. So this is for our revolved half moon. Inhale, reach your right hand forward, hinge at your hips. Exhale, plant your right hand down and lift your right arm, or lift your left arm high. Good, again, maybe left hand to your left hip to pull a little more length, right, to activate a little cue for your left hip to continue to extend, and then use your right hand to leverage your twist. Now if you went for the bind, left hand to right foot on the other side, you can go for that here. Nice job. How's your breath? One more breath in. Good. Exhale. Slowly step back. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Reverse warrior. And then extended side angle. So again, your option here. The half bind, the full bind. Maybe it's just, again, it's extended side angle. That's all good as well. If you took the Birds of Paradise variation, step your right foot or your back foot in to meet your front. Inhale with strength. Ground your right foot, your standing foot down. Maybe work towards extending your bound leg. Good. One more breath in. And then with control, step down, step back. Good. Star pose. Stand tall. This time with chest expansion. Release your hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers. Breath in. Lift your heart a little bit higher. And then exhale. Wide-legged fold with chest expansion. So the cues for your legs remain the same. Make sure your feet are square. Scissor them towards one another though they don't move. Good. Take your hands, lift them away from your back. Oftentimes more range of motion is found by softening your shoulder blades together. It can help you lift your arms a little bit higher off your back. See if you can bring your palms to touch. Good. One more breath in. And then exhale. Release your hands down. Nice. With strength, long flat spine. Breath in. And then cartwheel back. Chaturanga high to low. Or any variation that works for you. Meet me back in downward facing dog. Nice. Inhale, ripple forward to high plank and hold it here. You've got 60 seconds. Now your knees can come down. Tons of different variations you can take if you need more. But scissor your elbows inward. It's the same arms as handstand arms here. Use your fingertips to take pressure out of your wrists. Tilt your pelvis forward. And if you find a little quiver, a little quake, see if you can enhance. Make it shake even a little bit more. Stay with your breath. Puff up the space behind your heart, but keep your gaze neutral. You're halfway. Breathe. So strong, yogis. You got this. Ten seconds. Stay with it. Pull the heels of your hands to your toes and your toes back for 3, 2. Inhale, hinge forward, and exhale. Lower all the way down. Nice job. We'll take a little shoulder stretch with a spinal twist. So send your left arm perpendicular, palm facing down. Inhale your right leg up and over and set it down on the floor as you let your left temple rest down. And if you want deeper sensation in your left shoulder, you can crawl your fingertips up to the top of your mat, a little bit higher. Still use each exhale to send your tailbone away from your shoulders. Good, and then we'll come back through center. Right arm out, palm down. Inhale, left leg up and over. Where does the time go, yogis? We'll start to cool things down from here. Inhale, come on back through center. And then bring your hands underneath your shoulders and press yourself back to your knees. Bring your right leg forward and place your hands up on your right thigh. So keeping your hips in line with your shoulders, square to the front of your space. Continue to soften into your right knee as you open up space on your left front line. You can always take your arms up high. Maybe even a back bend here, but stay heavy with your tailbone. Stay active in your core. Good. Inhale, reach your arms up, crescent moon. And then exhale, plant your hands, walk your hips back for half splits. Now you know what I like to say in my forward folds here. Your upper body is like a wave, or waves rather, with your breaths continuing to break on a beach. As you inhale, lengthen forward, pull your right hip back, and as you exhale, hinge a little deeper, leading with your heart first. Good. One more breath out. And then inhale forward into your front knee. Exhale, three-legged dog. Shake your right leg out. And you open your right hip up. Give it a few circles, a little movement. And then set your right foot back down. Second side, crescent moon, left leg forward. Right knee down. Hands up on your left thigh. Good. Scissor everything inward. It'll help you square your hips. Keep them in line. Soften forward into your left knee. Maybe soften the toes up off the mat to deepen sensation in your right hip, all the way up your psoas. Send your arms high. And then with your next exhale, gentle back bend here. Same cues. Keep your hips square. Keep your ribs in. Activate your core. Draw your tailbone down. Breath in. Crescent moon. Reach up. And then exhale, half splits. Walk your hips back. So these half splits, there's a tiny twist going on here. So you're bringing your right shoulder inside your left thigh. Don't forget, your belly button goes back out to C with each exhale breath. Your inhale is the power, the force, your energy, collecting, gathering, pulling forward, pulling growth, pulling development. Your exhale, you're finding that new space to settle into. Good. One more breath out. Inhale, ripple forward, plant your hands, and then exhale, three-legged dog. Open up your left hip, stack it on top of your right. Maybe some circles at your hips. Good. Square your left hip down. Set it on the mat. Nice job, yogis. Drop your knees. Swivel around to a seated position. And then with control in your core, lower yourself down to the mat. Bridge pose. Release your hands next to your hips. Stack your knees over your ankles. Lift your hips up off the mat. Interlace your fingers behind your back here. We've only got time for one round of bridge here, so make it count. Soften the grip with your toes. Scissor your inner leg line together. Scoop your tailbone out from underneath you to lift your heart up a little higher. Amazing how these cues repeat. Soften your shoulder blades together. Press them down to create a shelf for your heart. For 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower them down one at a time. We'll take a gentle twist here to close things off. Bring your feet to the outer edges of your mat. Let them both fall to the right as you shift your gaze back to the left. See if you can soften your left shoulder down. Still activating your tailbone away from your shoulders. Keep length in your spine. Nice. Inhale slowly. Make your way back through center. If you want to reset, you can hug your knees in. You can take another bridge. Otherwise, simply let your legs fall to the left as you shift your gaze back to the right. And if you can, close your eyes and keep them closed through the remainder of class. Good. Inhale slowly, come back through center. We'll take one final squeeze, couple minutes of class to go. Good. Hug everything in. And your chin, your forehead to your knees. Your deepest compression yet. And then exhale, release into your final Shavasana. Legs out long, arms out wide, take up space. See if you can tune in to the force of gravity. When you not only tune in but also surrender to the force of gravity, it can feel like you're melting into the floor beneath you. And then as soon as all of the tension, the doubt, the fear, the guilt, the hate, the anger melts away, because it no longer serves you, that is where you'll find the feeling of levitation, of lightness, of enlightenment. And let your breath return to its natural rhythm if it's not there already. Your eyes grow heavy and soften back. And your tongue melts away from the roof of your mouth. Until all that you are is the rise and fall of your breath, and the rise and fall of the tide in your ocean. Feel free to stay as long as you like. But if you're ready to move forward with your day, I'll guide you out. Maybe take back control of your breath. Deepen consciously and inhale. Fill up and expand. And then exhale, let something go. Start to wiggle your fingers and toes. Roll your wrists and ankles. Maybe a full body stretch feels good. Go ahead and take one of those now. Good. And then release that. Hug your knees in and let them fall to whichever side feels left. Ha ha ha. Caught you there, didn't I? How come it's always got to be right, you know? Kind of a trick there. Lie there relaxed. Use your bicep for a pillow for a simple moment of gratitude. Good. When you're ready, press yourself back up to a comfortable seat, facing front, eyes closed. Yogis, thank you for showing up on your mat today and in your life every day. Inhale your thumbs to third eye center. The love in me honors and acknowledges the love within each of you. Namaste. Great job, yogis. As always, let me know if you've got requests. If you want to send me some feedback, like I said, I mean it. I want to hear it. Let me know how I can make these better for you. Again, thank you so much for showing up. Love you. Be well.